Well, good evening, beloved. Once again, I find myself in an empty sanctuary without you, pining for you, praying for you. This is not, I don't think, how God intended, and it's tough. It's tough to carry on. Find myself living day to day in God, and I don't know if we'll ever go back to what we think is normal, but God is on his throne. There have been amazing opportunities for the furtherance of the gospel that really only God could construct. We certainly wouldn't have written the script. But I wanted to come to you with a little bit of an announcement. I haven't done this in a while, a couple of weeks now, just to let you know where your elders are. We have been praying and talking really right along the way. Once again, I want to emphasize that there is no one script, no one right or wrong way to do this. So we have been in constant talks with other churches, pastors, civic leaders, on and on we go. And we're so appreciative of the information and counsel coming from you. It's been of a tremendous help. But I did want to let you know of kind of what we have decided, testing it from here on, and what we have come from. So in the last few weeks, I have met with several other churches and attorneys getting legal advice. These are Christian attorneys and even some state reps related to how best we can honor our government's stay-at-home orders and now reopening orders with the desire to corporately gather for worship. And last week, there was a lot of back and forth. Some churches went ahead and started worshiping. Some churches actually got legal representation. Johnson County Commissioner, the commission office, issued statement to those churches about honoring their reopening of worship based upon certain guidelines and criteria. So with that in mind, we want to proceed to kind of come back together as best as possible, and we want to do this in several stages. Now, a wrench can be tossed into this at any time. For example, in our talks, even in the last week, the governor has sort of slowed down her reopening, and phase 4, the final stage that would basically get us back to normal, is now going to be bumped back at the earliest to July 1st. So this seems to be pushing the envelope, pushing the goalpost more and more, and we want to make efforts to do the best we can right now to come back together. So here's what your elders are proposing to kind of see how it goes. Starting Sunday, May 24th, not this Sunday. This Sunday will be business as usual, and that is we'll do a live stream at 10:45, followed by a Zoom meeting for those that wanted to join, which have been great for me, by the way. But May the 24th at 10:45, and again May the 31st at 10:45, we'll actually meet here for an outdoor service. You will be given plenty of details about how to prepare, how we're preparing, how this will be within the guidelines given to us by our civic authority. But we'll meet on the west side of the church down in what I call the Glen, the lawn. We'll have a sound system set up. You'll bring your own chairs. It will have an opportunity where we can still be within our guidelines and have one corporate worship service. Again, that will begin on Sunday, May 24th. You'll be being sent this next week emails regarding specific instructions. If you have any questions, talk to myself, Daniel, Mel, or Ramesh. But we're trying to dot all the T's and cross all the I's with that. So that's Sunday, May 24th, May 31st. You may ask, well, what about the weather? All that will be discussed in an email that's coming up. After that, on Sunday, June 7th, our desire is to reassemble in our building But again, to be within the guidelines, we'll have to do it with dual or multiple services. So that is what we're proposing, starting the first Sunday of June, to do at least 2 worship services on Sunday morning. Again, more information to follow as to the organization of that. But I wanted to let you know that is our thoughts. So outdoor service, Sunday, May 24th. Outdoor service, Sunday, May 31st, weather permitting. And then throughout the month of June, sort of test drive, the final coming back together as one. In June, doing 2 services at different times, so that we can have all of our assembly in this sanctuary that will provide us with distance, with hygiene. Now, what your elders do want is any feedback on that. So if there's things we're not seeing, both pro and con, if you have any suggestions, if you want to volunteer, please let us know. In the weeks to come, as we head that way, we'll of course be asking you to get sort of a balance, who's willing to come and what time of those services. But again, never having charted these waters before, all of your elders really believe that this is a good time, where the more the merrier with counseling. With the multitude of counselors, there is safety. We got to make a decision. This is the decision we've made. Though not perfect, we really want to move forward, and we want your encouragement and your counsel with that. So I'm looking forward to actually seeing you, Lord willing, weather permitting, on Sunday, May the 24th at 10:45, lawn chair in tow, to worship the Lord together. I love you so much. I miss you. I can't wait to see you face to face.